Welcome to this channel, and guys, thank you very much for your continued support. We are on journey to 7,000 subscribers. I don't know whether, guys, I'm the only one who have realized that of late William Ruto and Musalia Mudavadi are concentrating their campaigns in Rift Valley and Western Kenya. And of course, if you look at it, I think that is a very good strategy, because unlike the time before Musalia Mudavadi joined UDA, William Ruto was seen to be concentrating on the Central Kenya. And does it mean that the Central Kenya vote is being locked on his side? I don't think, but the truth of the matter is that he is the dominant politician in the Central Kenya. He has really made inroads there, and unless something is undone, but he has the support. I don't think he's going to increase his support base. The only thing that can happen is now reducing. But of interest is the people that have decided to support William Ruto have decided, and they are going to support William Ruto come what, come May. The only issue is the ones that are undecided are the ones that can still swing to Raila Odinga's side. But then I think the latest move is motivated by the numbers. Rift Valley have 5 million registered voters. That one is including the Ma community. That is the Kalenjin, that is the Narok, Kajiado, Turkana, and Samburu. And Turkana is not Ma. In Samburu, let's mention Samburu. Now, the central, the western region has 2.5. And I think he's still playing the matrix of the other regions. So guys, I want us to look at that. But just before that, I want to give you some of the reasons why he seems to be targeting those two regions compared to his previous politics. But just that, let me still explain for you so that you see how his campaigns had changed. Before the bombers of Kenya, the earthquake rally, William Ruto was camped in Western Kenya and was trying to prepare ground for that move. After the bombers of Kenya, they went and held rally in Nakuru. After Nakuru, they went to Bungoma, the poster grounds. They were hosted by Moses Wetangula. After Bungoma, they went on the following week. They were in Kirinyaga County. They were hosted by Anne Waiguru. They left Kirinyaga, then came back and held a rally in Nairobi. Actually, the Nairobi rally was held on Sunday, and that one was only spearheaded by Musalia. So after that, they did some rallies in Nairobi and Naivasha and Kajiado when Ruto flew to Dubai. When Ruto came back, he joined the team in the coast, and after the coast, last weekend, now the weekend that is just the last weekend, they were in Western. So let me give you the Western, how he's been in Western for better part of this week. On Sunday, he was in Vihiga. Then on Monday, they went to Busia. They were hosted there by Ababu Namwamba. Then on Tuesday, they went to Kakamega. Then on Wednesday, they went to Trans Nzoia. Then after Trans Nzoia, they went again in Kakamega. Then they were in Kisii yesterday, and today, the 12th, they are going back to Amalemba in Kakamega County. If you look at that program for the past 2 weeks, William Ruto have spent more time in the Western and Rift Valley region. And Rift Valley, specifically, they were targeting Nakuru. That is how William Ruto's rallies have been. And in Rift Valley, they have been camping in Nakuru. And I'll tell you why. So in this video, I'm looking at those reasons why I think there is a lot of interest from that region compared to those other regions. Before I do that, if you're watching this video and you've not yet subscribed, take a second and subscribe. And more importantly, click the notification bell so that when we publish a video, you will be notified. One thing I have realized, the reason why William Ruto is not holding rallies in the other regions is because, especially in Central Kenya, is reluctance by other Central Kenya MPs to vie with UDA party. As of now, William Ruto is having Gathoni Njuku, I think. Gathoni, not Mudomi Njuku, that is from Tharaka Nithi governor. He's having Mutahi Kahiga, and he's having Anne Waiguru. Those three governors want to vie with UDA. But unlike Anne Waiguru, only Anne Waiguru have invited William Ruto to Kirinyaga to campaign. The Tharaka-Nithi guy is still sitting at the fence and does not yet welcome him. In Murang'a, it is Irungu Kang'ata who also showed intent that he want to vie with UDA. And when he was launching his gubernatorial bid, he did not even invite William Ruto. In fact, we saw other UDA members there, but William Ruto himself did not go there. What that tells you is UDA maybe has not yet been embraced fully in central Kenya and even the other parts, because there are still people who are sitting at the fence. I was even asking something. Look at Adan Duale. Adan Duale is one of the very prominent leaders in UDA, one of the most senior leaders in UDA, but William Ruto have been making, and Musalia have been making the Rift Valley and Western camping there, while they haven't even gone to Garissa. In Northeastern side, there is around 800,000 votes there. So that tells you that there is still a problem in those MPs embracing the UDA. The reason why this is a challenge is because, guys, for William Ruto to come to an area, he must get an entry point. It must be maybe there is an event somewhere, or an MP or someone is launching something, so that he comes and make sure that does that. And someone was telling me that the reason why that is not happening is because William Ruto is managing his finances, and now he's not doing the fundraisers. You know, when an MP is having an event, he's going to invite women youth group, the boda, and this other cuddle of people. When these groups come to these rallies, they expect some money or they expect some remuneration. But with the latest now announcement by Ruto that is not dishing now this cash, I think it is very difficult even for some of these people to organize these rallies. So that is one of the reasons why I think he's finding it difficult to campaign in other areas. My other second reason is I see the absence of Raila Odinga have really made William Ruto to re-strategize. You know, when Raila was in active politics, you will realize that especially Raila was concentrating also in central Kenya. And of course, I will one day do another analysis why Raila is concentrating in central Kenya. So one thing that was there is William Ruto's campaign team were also organizing his rallies as try to counter what the opponent is doing. And of course, that is something that is allowed in politics. You will see that when Raila goes to Nyandarua, William Ruto might also alter his schedule and make sure he goes back. Because you need to go to where your competitors gone so that you try to neutralize. So with the absence of Raila, the Jeshi la Raila team, they are doing well, but I think they are not still in the caliber of Raila Odinga when Raila himself is campaigning. So William Ruto is saying that by this time that Raila is still away, he wants to concentrate on that region. So that by the time Raila is back and he knows that Raila will be now focusing on going back to neutralize, he will now then go back. He now then go to the central Kenya and the other parts of the country. So I think the absence of Raila is also making the UDA side to re-strategize on their campaigns. Now, of other interest, guys, look at, I think there are uncooperative church leaders. You know, when William Ruto held a rally in Makueni, I think it was actually reported by the media that people did not attend that rally. And they did not attend for some people advanced theories that maybe money did not exchange hands, or the church members were actually prevailed upon by the Azimio team. But then, even in central Kenya, there have been this challenge of these church leaders being prevailed upon and cancelling William Ruto's visits last minute. The reason I'm saying this is a big challenge for him is the church initially was his entry point in central Kenya and was his entry point in Ukambani and other parts, especially also, unlike Mombasa. It's only Mombasa where the church was not an entry point, because I have not seen them doing rallies in mosques. It's not very easy. But then in other areas, the issue of these church members becoming a bit uncooperative has also made him a little bit to reduce his interaction with the other regions. So, guys, that's what I think. And they're interactive because William Ruto have decided that, guys, I am not going to give money. And it is fine. For me, That is the best way to do it, because when people want to interact with you because of what is in your pocket, sometimes it doesn't translate to good fanatical support. Another thing, guys, William Ruto is trying to be strategic about this public debacle with Uhuru Kenyatta. And let me say this, the current public exchange between him and Uhuru Kenyatta is not only detrimental to him, but the politicians that are within his circle and are from central Kenya are the ones that are getting worried, because mafahali wakipigana ni nyasi ndio umia. So these leaders are feeling like this public debacle is also brewing some hostility in the ground. Now, this hostility means that now if you want to bring now William Ruto, you want to now invite William Ruto in those rallies, it might not work well against them. So they are realizing that because of this public debacle, we still don't want Uhuru, we still don't want Ruto to come to our areas, because when we come and respond to Uhuru, it might work against them, because now Uhuru is in active campaigns. So he is now on ground, and there are people whose minds are now changing and are feeling like, you know what, we need to follow what the president is saying. So I think that is also a factor that you cannot rule out why he has decided to shelve this Central Kenya out of his campaigns in the last 2 weeks. Lastly, I want us to look at some two regions, and this is where my punchline is. William Ruto is trying to shift the focus on the tyranny of numbers. The initial assumption on the tyranny of numbers was Rift Valley and Central Kenya. The entry of Uhuru Kenyatta to endorse Raila Odinga and try to enjoy Raila Odinga, to sell Raila Odinga to Central Kenya voters, is actually dismantling that tyranny of numbers. And guys, let me tell you, the reason why Uhuru wanted to make sure that Raila dehumanization continues to go on in Central Kenya, it was not because Raila is really bad or he's his political opponent, but he wanted the status quo so that Central Kenya can continue perpetuating the hate against Raila Odinga, because that was going to ensure the initial tyranny of numbers that made them ascend to presidency in 2013 and 2017. Now, Ruto is shifting to Central, to Rift Valley and Western. This is because, and I want you to be very strategic to this, he campaigned in Kakamega thrice in this week. Kakamega have 840, I think over 800,000 registered voters as of 2022. In Nakuru, it's also a cosmopolitan area, and they have around 1 million registered voters. In Nakuru, out of those constituencies, William Ruto have majority of members of parliament that have joined UDA. That tells you why he's focusing on that region. Because if he can cement, you know, there is something you need to do. For you even to win the presidency first, you need to have two strong regions. If he can cement Central and cement Rift Valley, then he can now go and start capturing kidogo kidogo in these other areas. And with that, you never know what can happen. He can give Raila a run for his money, and he can also stand a chance to win. So I think he is shifting his focus on that area. Lastly, UDA is lacking structures in other parts of the country. Someone should tell me, apart from branded wheelbarrows and branded campaign cars, UDA's campaign offices or UDA's offices in Central Kenya, UDA's offices in Mombasa, UDA's offices in Makueni and other parts of the country. Because sometimes, and that is the advantage that Raila still enjoys today, ODM have structures, county chairpersons who are even governors. So these people, Raila can even organize rallies as ODM. But William Ruto still lacks these structures that can invite him. For example, he wants to do a rally in Machakos. It has to take the intervention of Mudama as a person, but not UDA as an office. Guys, that's my analysis. You can also tell us, what do you think that is making William Ruto shift his focus to Western and Rift Valley?